Jesus Christ. Let me come around.
How you doing, Roy?
Congratulations. Hector, large full blue eyes for this gentleman. Soft drinks of choice.
Guys, before you reach for that dislike button, before you reach for it, just hear me out, okay? Just hear me out before you get all mad and angry. And Lord knows I could do with you reaching for that like button and not that dislike button. Please like this video. My channel is getting rolled. Anyway, guys, today I'm going to give you a really simple explanation as to why I think Rangefinder should no longer drop on hand cannons. That's right. You might be like, what? Huh? But you love hand cannons. That's all you ever use. Why would you want the best perk on hand cannons to be removed? Well, the real simple answer is this. I'm tired of it. I'm bored of it. I'm bored of getting a roll on a hand cannon, and maybe it's a pretty sick roll, but because it doesn't have Rangefinder, you're kind of forced to just dismiss it, right? And you don't have a choice really, because when you're going into PvP and I go in with my Ayasuna without Rangefinder and I go up against someone else, chances are 9 times out of 10, Meta Mitchell on the other team is going to have Rangefinder, which just means you're at a flat disadvantage whenever the hand cannon fight gets into any sort of further extended range, you know what I'm saying? So, in order to sate everybody and in order to make people not mad, I think it would be cool if Bungie gave hand cannons like a base bump to their range. Maybe like 2 meters of extra fall off before you see any significant damage fall off, you know? Essentially replace what Rangefinder does under the hood, okay? Put that onto all hand cannons, give them an extra 2 meters or 3 meters of range. Whatever Rangefinder was doing, just basically give that to hand cannons. I know Rangefinder also gives you extra zoom and stuff like that. I'm not looking for that. Just literally give us a little bit more range, a couple meters more. 2 meters would do, in my opinion. An extra 2 meters across the board, and hey, voila, you no longer need Rangefinder. Obviously then, people will start thinking, well, I could stack Rangefinder on top of that extra 2 meters. So no matter how you look at it, this is a hand cannon nerf. I don't think it would be a nerf. I think it would be amazing. Now let me explain to you why. I'm going to be looking at the 3 hand cannons here, their perk pools, pretty in depth over at d2gunsmith.com, sick website, check it out. And the 3 hand cannons are obviously Ayasuna, Palindrome, and Fatebringer, right? We're going to be looking at all 3 of those hand cannons, and I'm going to be showing you the perk pools for those hand cannons. And the first one I want to show you is the Fatebringer, actually. Now I know the Adept Fatebringer comes with explosive payload, and this gun cannot even roll Rangefinder, right? But my point is this: if you were to remove Rangefinder from Ayasuna and Palindrome, you could comfortably roll a non-explosive payload Fatebringer and be very happy with it in the current sandbox. And let's look at some of these combinations, okay? So first of all, the role that I have, Tunnel Vision and Eye of the Storm. This is such a cool role. Eye of the Storm helps you when you get weak, and then Tunnel Vision will help you after you win your fight and reload the gun, giving you a bunch of extra aim assist. So these 2 perks have great synergy with one another, and you know, if you were to walk away with this role, normally you'd be really happy, right? But in this current sandbox, no, doesn't have explosive payload, can't compete with Rangefinder. This is just a great example. Another example would be like, you know, you can go Killing Wind opening shot. Thresh is really handy in this current sandbox with what they've done to super regeneration. Frenzy is a really underrated perk in this game. Kill Clip, we all know how good that is. You've got Adrenaline Junkie that just got buffed. You know, there's so many combinations that are really interesting and fun and viable, but are just dismissed because no explosive payload for extra range, can't compete with Rangefinder. Actually very similar to the situation we had with Quick Draw, right? Quick Draw on snipers and Quick Draw on shotguns. That was the only perk anyone would ever go for. And when Quick Draw initially got removed and nerfed, you know, everybody was pissed off, myself included. I wasn't too happy. But then in the end, now Quick Draw's been removed, you know, people have found ways to circumvent that, right? You know, you've got Threat Detector, you've got new perks in the game that will help you with movement and handling. You've got shotgun dexterity mods, you've got swift charge, or you know, the one that gives you extra handling on shotguns to charge with light perk. I forget what it's called. But the point is, you know, people are still stopping fast with their shotguns and snipers and still playing that way that they want to play. And in the end, all that Quick Draw nerf did was just open up the perk pools on these weapons and allow you to go for different things. And for me, that's far more interesting, right? This game is meant to be, you know, it's a looter shooter first, right? So the loot should be the most interesting aspect of the game. And when everyone ends up having the same stuff and it's just generic cookie cutter loadouts, every player with Rangefinder, every player with the same, you know, 1 or 2 subclasses, it really makes the game feel boring and stale, and it really contributes to the current, lull and real bad downturn that we have in the Crucible, where it's so played out, it's so boring. And one of the main reasons for that is how generic most of the players are. They just will not use anything but what everybody else is using. The conformity in D2 is on another level. Can't really blame them though when it comes to something like Rangefinder, and that's why I think my initial idea of removing Rangefinder is a good one. You can see I'm hitting 101s with my Ice Luna. Why? Because I'm going for a different sort of role. I've got Rapid Hit and Harmony here, and Rapid Hit is a fantastic perk, man. Let's take a quick look at Ice Luna's perk pool just to ram this home. So here you go, you can see it, this is the Luna, and let's just forget about Rangefinder for right now and let's look at some of these other combinations. First of all, Perpetual Motion is an absolutely outstanding perk that's just been added to the game. 1 stack will give you +5 stability, +10 handling, +10 reload. 2 stacks will give you +10 stability, +20 handling, and +20 reload. It's a brand new perk and it's such an interesting perk, it's so nice. I really like the concept behind this one, but this perk right underneath it, everybody's just going to go for Rangefinder. It's almost like you can just put an X through this perk, through Outlaw, through Heating Up, which is a great perk by the way. Rapid Hit, fantastic hand cannon perk. Unrelenting right now is low-key not a bad perk. I could see an Unrelenting kill clip roll actually being pretty good. But again, Rangefinder just trumps everything. So let me give you an example of a good roll. You could go Heating Up kill clip, right? You could go Rapid Hit moving target. You could go Perpetual Motion moving target. The consistency roll right there, amazing that would be. There's just so many different little synergies you could go with here. But Demolition is there too. But again, Rangefinder kind of trumps all. And I will say, it's kind of nice in a way though, that you can go for a roll that drops a Rangefinder and Harmony, or Rangefinder and kill clip, or Rangefinder moving target, or Rangefinder. I like it, but I just think it's just closing the pathways of creativity off in the game. That's my biggest issue. And though I have to reiterate, I would only be happy or okay with this if they were to kind of make up for Rangefinder's absence by giving us a little bit of a flat bump to the hand cannon range. I think if you just remove Rangefinder, I think in the current sandbox, you probably start to see DMT and high impact pulses start to take over, and hand cannons potentially could get left behind were this change to happen without them getting an extra bump to the range. I will put that out there. I do think that would be the sensible thing to do. I think it's kind of obvious. I'm sure people at Bungie probably see this as well. Like, what's the point of, you just put Perpetual Motion in on the Ice Luna, which is a cool new perk, and no one gives a damn, man. People are sad when they get that perk. They're not excited or curious because they know Rangefinder can drop in that column. And that's all that really matters, man. Moral of the story, my friends, everybody is a Rangefinder Ronald. That's basically it, my friends, for the video. I feel like I got the point across, and I am now curious to know what you guys think about my little idea here. Should Rangefinder be removed on hand cannons to open up the loot pools on these weapons? Let me know in the comment section. Check out all of my sponsors, Battle Beaver Customs, Advanced, Evolved PCs. Check them out, code DFP for a discount. And I will see you guys in the next video. Also, I'll be live on Twitch right now. If you want to come over and say hello on Twitch, come over right now and say hello. Twitch.tv/Shake. Much love. Peace out.